The energy is fiery today. Even anger. You gotta transmute, collective. Transmute that shit. Let's see. We're gonna start with tarot today, and then I'll get into my cards. Give me a baseline of what's going on in the collective. Baseline story in 5 to 6 cards. What's currently going on? What's the most prevalent message that needs to get out to my collective? Five of Cups. Sadness. 3 of Wands. Climbing your way out of this hole, or trying to figure out a way to get away. Yeah, this is pulling yourself up and out of the darkness. 5 of Cups to the 3 of Wands. Depression even could be in your emotions. Maybe you're crying at night, wanting to get away, wanting to escape, wanting to climb out of this hole, or wanting to get away even at night. Maybe you're afraid of like nighttime, or like what comes to you in the night. And by comes to you, I mean, you know, your thoughts, potentially people you deal with at night, situations you find yourself in, or just nightmares, you know? Wanting to get up and out of your own head, your own emotions about everything. More energy on what's currently going on in the collective's world. I get, yeah, rumination. Four of Wands to the 10 of Wands. Wanting to get up and out of, can be a relationship, a partnership, a marriage, trying to escape it, or this marriage is going to be the death of you is also what I'm getting. Like you just feel like it's, something is coming to an end, a close. There's finality here. Yeah, you're... All right, let's keep going. And then we'll get into my cards. Give me 1 to 2 more of the current situation. Trying to reconcile like where things started off in your relationship to how you got to where you are now, even. One or two more on the collective's current situation. The Empress. More. Oh, we got a lot. Okay, these came out first. Hierophant, 8 of Coins, and the Chariot. Some sort of leader of a spiritual community. And when I say leader or spiritual community, let's just take that to start. It can be a church. It can be a community. It can be it. So when the Hierophant pulls out, typically it's a community, spiritual community, you know, like a group that you are tied to in some sort of way that brings about healing, or should. So that can be like, you know, even a book club can be something like that. Something where you're able to like release, you know, like thoughts, feelings, and you have faith in something, faith in others. So with this, I get some sort of spiritual community is working hard towards completing something having to do with work. like driving things forward. So maybe you're working just really closely with a spiritual community as you go through, you know, this hardship as it relates to, I believe, a marriage or some sort of contract that I don't believe, it seems to be dead in the water. And that can be by way of your doing or a mother figure in your world even, and the role that they played. But they were trying to put an end to, well, I don't know, actually. I don't want to say that. But it seems as though they were trying to put an end to this Empress and whatever she's working on. Because, you know, the Empress, she is a mother figure. And she does represent, you know, the ability to manifest and birth things into life. Like, she is Mother Earth. See her surrounded by all the blooms and the flowers, and then she's anointed as well. Like, she has the ability to, yeah, just manifest a lot in her life. You know, it comes with wisdom and time, and yes, even spiritual gifts that have been passed down to her by way of her ancestry. Okay, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. So, there could be a child involved in some sort of way. I mean, the Empress, typically she's shown as somebody who is pregnant and like on her throne. So maybe one half of the partnership here is currently pregnant. I don't know. But it does have, like, on the side, there's like a side storyline over here about a spiritual community and the work that they do in regards to some sort of mission that they're on. And I don't know if it's in alignment with, you know, what you're currently experiencing, or if it ties together in some sort of way, or if it's just like an ancillary, secondary storyline. So, I don't know. Let's just get into it. Angels and Ancestors, we're pulling my cards now. We want to go in chronological order to give us a better idea of how we got to where we are today. And let's not totally focus on the past. I would prefer not to focus on the past, but if it brings context to the situation, then let's expose it. So what does the collective need to be aware of in regards to this situation and how they got to where they are? Anxiety, yeah. I believe that's what's keeping you up at night. Anxiety, fear, wanting to escape, wanting to not be... Maybe even panic attacks could be a thing for you. Something regarding a friend in your world. I get friend zone. I don't know if this person was ever like a potential partner, but friend zone nonetheless. So, friendships. Soft power. Yeah, the power that friendships provide. Whether that's small or large, like, there's a need to appreciate those. Peter Pan vibes. Arrested Development. So somebody wants to be a Toys R Us kid for the rest of their life. Kind of stuck. I also get like delusional too, like Delulu energy, you know? Because like if you think about Peter Pan, which I feel like when it comes to a lot of Disney movies, just in general, the storylines are always, it's like magical and fictional and, you know, it's just unrealistic. And with Peter Pan vibes, like when you think about Peter Pan, it's like in his head, he thought that he could do no wrong and that he would just be a boy forever, which he will be, but like we live in the 3D world. You gotta fucking grow up at some point. And I feel like this person is refusing to do so. Instead, they would rather just run away. So that's interesting. Pan vibes, karmic cycle ending. Could be the marriage. Karmic cycle ending. Possibly due to what they found out, researching, studying, digging, finding out new information. Most loyal dog award. That came out yesterday. You may want to look into my previous reading, either the very last reading or the reading twice before this. Again with friend zone, so I just gotta take it. It's never too late. It's never too late. What, to grow up? I guess you're right, it's never too late to grow up. It's never too late to end a karmic cycle either. Like, any time is a great time to end a karmic cycle, you know what I mean? So we go from most loyal, and then this is falling out next to Peter Pan vibes in Arrested Development, most self-absorbed, the Marsha award. Yeah, I get like, why her? Or like, why him? Why not me? Marsha. You need to fucking grow up and stop asking that question. And I don't know if I'm speaking to my collective right now or if this is somebody tied to my collective, but yeah, you seem to be thinking the sort of wrong way about everything. Something about a royal bloodline, karmic cycle ending. More on the current storyline and what's going on. How did we end up where we are? Montage! Oh, maybe like late at night when you are up and like sort of ruminating and thinking about everything, I get, you're having like a visual montage go through your head of, yeah, like previous experiences, like what led you to get to where you are today. Like it's all sort of replaying in your head, like real quickly as a montage would. Interesting. We love a good montage, don't we? Especially when it involves like a glow up or like makeover. God, there's nothing better than that. Learns from pain instead of becoming bitter. That's the research and studying, trying to figure out how you can learn from this instead of becoming just pissed. TMZ. You just feel like you're being followed or like hounded in some sort of way. I mean, I don't get anything in regards to like actual TMZ, like, you know, you being on stage or anything like that, but you could. Maybe you just feel like you're at the center of whatever's going on in your world and that everyone's sort of seeing it. Especially if you are trying to escape some sort of like marriage situation or family situation. Yeah, you could feel like you're at the center of, you know, all the chaos because it does sort of revolve around you. So, what else is going on in my collective's energy? Whoop. That's too many. Possibly looking into relocation could be a thing for you. Wanting to escape and relocate. We need to talk, says somebody who is the most loyal. Or maybe TMZ, like some sort of publication, some sort of like I don't know, possibly news channel, like, might be seeking you out and wanting to talk to you too. I don't know. I don't know why they would be doing that. What else? They literally serve zero purpose in your life. Whomever you friend zoned. They serve zero purpose in your life. So what's the point of even keeping them around as a friend? Something about lighten up. It's falling out right next to most self-absorbed. Maybe you're just super uptight about everything. I don't know, it's kind of, I don't like being told to like lighten up when I'm going through something, you know, when I look at something like this. Now that I'm sort of like looking at this, I do see this in a different way. I feel like where you started was depressed, down and out, and then you found your way out. Possibly by way of a divorce, which then leveled you up into this Empress energy to where you now can manifest your future. That's a whole other storyline that I didn't see in the beginning. So this could be over the span of like a long period of time, not just like, you know, one recent event where you got divorced and then boom, you know, you're an Empress. No, that takes time and healing and attention. Okay. I also get that you were like super loyal to a point, like loyal to your research and studying. Whatever new venture you got into, you were very loyal to yourself in, you know, discovering its benefits for you. And then we get friend zone. Most self-absorbed, montage of everything you've gone through. TMZ, so, you know, potentially being watched or, you know, people just curious about what's going on in your world. People wanting to talk, even though they serve literally zero purpose in your life. And you're trying to lighten up. And that's where we're at right now. Regarding the goat. Or maybe you're telling the goat to lighten up. Like, it's all good. Keep cool, my babies. Keep cool. A little Conan for you. In the year 2000. I don't know if many people would get that. If you're over the age of 40, you might understand. But anyway, maybe you are over the age of 40. More. Mental health concerns for the goat. That's right in the middle of this reading. Depression. Could be. I don't like it when people are like, you need to lighten up. And it's like, do you actually know what I'm going through? That sort of thing. So I don't know. Maybe you're going through something that you don't readily show on the outside, but it is affecting you on the inside in some sort of way. More. Gosh, all of these like superlatives are coming out. So we had most loyal and then most self-absorbed, and now we have most manipulative. The two-faced award. Under mental health concerns. Most manipulative. Most manipulative dream lover? Okay, well they pose themselves as a dream lover, but they're two-faced. They're just manipulative. Like, they're not actually a dream lover. They're just trying to do whatever they want to do. What else? It's a male version of a Karen. Whomever you're dealing with. I still haven't figured out what a male version of a Karen should be named. I don't know. Well, shady character though. Or shadowy character. Yeah, well. Robin Hood. So now we have Peter Pan vibes to Robin Hood. Steals from rich to give to the poor. But that's right next to goat. That would be a goat too. Steals from the rich to give to the poor. We love that energy. As an empress, you can do that. There's ways to go about it. I don't need to get into it, but you know. You must trust yourself more. Atheists? Possibly dealing with atheists? Or people that just maybe even didn't even have faith in you. But we are dealing with a spiritual community, so it could be a community of atheists. And doing whatever the fuck that they do. I don't know. Being the most manipulative, male versions of Karens, Peter Pan vibes. I mean, what the fuck? Alright. We only have a few more cards, Spirit, so let's round this storyline out. And like 8 more cards. You must trust yourself more when you're overstimulated. Maybe that's when you're easily manipulated, is when you are just too busy to even notice that you're being manipulative. Or, I said when you're being manipulative. I didn't mean that, but when you're being manipulated. So possibly not only you are manipulative, sometimes we all have shadowy aspects of ourselves. Some like to just dabble in that world a lot longer and, sort of operate out of that level than others. So, but yeah, I feel as though like when you are overengaged, overstimulated, there's a lot of commotion, chaos happening around you. It's easy to manipulate you. And possibly whomever is the most manipulative in your world you find to be two-faced, they're overstimulated now. International business affiliates for this male version of a Karen. We got a MILF on the table. Ooh. We love a MILF. Wouldn't it be funny if DILF came out too? Vaping is a thing for this MILF. Okay. Deep longing. You must trust yourself more. Deep longing, pinky in the brain. Pinky in the brain. Dim-witted fool. International business affiliates. Anything else? The answer to your question is yes. They know you know. Well, cool. Okay, if you feel like this is your reading, come meet me over at New World Angel, and there's a new option where you can rent the video for 48 hours. It's not downloadable. You can rent it though for a couple of days and watch it as many times as you want in those 48 hours. You can rent it for 12, or you can buy it and watch it and share it as many times as you want for 20 bucks. So that's where we're at with this one. I hope to see you over there because I'm really excited to get into like deep longing, mental health concerns. There's a lot going on here and I don't really know where to take it, but that's what we're going to be doing. So I love you, collective. If this wasn't for you, then I'll see you on the next one. I have a whole arsenal of timeless readings, so feel free to browse the archive and yeah, see what messages are in there for you. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.